All right, here we're calling next episode. Here we're calling transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps of comments that are response comments. I'm going to guess these demon lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. Don't like what I'm saying? Go ahead, click off the video and go watch something else. Do not lie, say this, hate speech for my videos because there's always speech for my videos. The speech you hate, that's the real story. Also, it's good to get vaccinated. It helps stop the spread of germs. I got vaccinated for the flu a little while ago. That was going to make my body stronger against the flu. I got vaccinated for COVID a while ago. Make my body stronger against COVID. So that's really good. Very helpful to help us get immunity so we can not have to worry about that stuff so much. I got my cat hanging out here. She'll hang out here. So all she wants. And there you go. See that her, spot, basically her spots have, you'll see that her neck spots have basically finally grown in. Those empty patches of hair have finally grown in, so she's all good now. Yeah. So let's continue on here with more hate mail. Let's see here. We're getting all these conversations to be transgender mail with my versus abuse biology, and then we need to talk about that. Let's go. Click. I say, why is a payment processor listening to a bunch of nursing home grandmas? Collective shout causes debanking of a Mango website. So I'm like, yeah, that's underhanded stuff. It's basically saying something's wrong. You shouldn't give them money so they can do so they continue to do what they do. Because like we say something's wrong, don't look into it. Just do what we say. I'm like, yeah, it's not good. So that would work. Basically, a manga website. They're trying to lie and say that there's like nasty stuff involving children going on there, but it's not because those are drawings. They're not real actual children. Meanwhile, Roblox is like, doing stuff involving real, actual children, and they're like, nope, who cares about that? Oh my God, that's not good. So let's go. Someone says, credit card company, it's okay to grooming kids from Netflix, for example, drug trafficking, pedo from Roblox, etc. Credit card company, shut them all. Manga, gaming, and anime for having adult content. Shut them on. A new bank. Oh my God, sad. Thumbs up. They just keep moving the goalposts until they have full control. Thumbs up. Someday Visa is gonna f around and find out. Thumbs up. And yet, I'll bet OnlyFans is still open. Thumbs up. Down with the payment processors trying to end our hobbies. They're not heroes. Thumbs up. A little reminder that neither Visa or MasterCard have no problems with Roblox. Thumbs up. Collector shot hate mail part one. I say part one. I say Visa and MasterCard wish they were gods, but they are not. And someone says, screw Visa and MasterCard. All caps. Screw Visa and MasterCard. It's the parents' job to let them play. Parents' job to let them play appropriate games, not them. Thumbs up. Fellow teenagers and young adults, please do not let the greedy basher losers. Sorry. In the UK, my girl. Be where that means fatherless in the UK government to get away with this. You're my only hope. If they manage to get rid of the Stardew Valley, companies are going to find less and less people working for them. And I'm not just talking about quitting. Someone says, for anyone who doesn't know, 4chan got involved, and they're preparing to go all out on Visa and MasterCard. That's good. 4chan does it. That's wonderful. You heard about that lawsuit that the UK gave to 4chan? Because they're like, yeah, you're putting out content we don't like in 4chan. You owe us money now. It's like, yeah, you're in the United Kingdom. 4chan. 4chan is in the United States. Our governments are different governments. There's no way you can enforce this law without causing war. So yeah. So no, we're good. Just say you don't like what we're doing and leave it at that. Just don't try to ask for money or anything. Just say you don't like what we're doing because you obviously don't like what we're doing. Obviously, that's just basically the main issue. That's over that girl. Yeah. Let's see here. This is so bad. Comment glitch hate mail. Part one. And I say they basically say Suicide Squad was somehow worse. At least there are known characters in Suicide Squad. Someone said I know that kill them all squad is bad, but what does it have to do with the topic of this girl getting kidnapped? I'm like, oops, well, that must be a glitch. The video comment was supposed to be for a Concord video. Was there for a Concord video? I was like, so I said, my other comment is, OMG, this is awesome. So comment glitch hate mail, yeah. It was a glitch. Because basically what happens with YouTube sometimes is what they'll do is what they'll have is I'm watching a normal size video, then I see a short. So I switch to the short so I can watch that really quick. I pause when I pause the long video. So then I switch to the short, play that. Then I'm like, okay, comment on the short. Go back to the big video, start playing that, and I see that the comment is from the short is on the big video. And I'm like, what is going on here? I didn't want that there. So bad. Computer fail part 1. I was like, wow. At this point, we better not have any ducks at all. This isn't cooling, it's melting. This is someone else. So I was like, remember for California, boy, not everybody on the outside of Antarctica has warm air outside. Yeah, definitely a Canadian PC. That HVAC is probably for central heating. Remember, outside can be cold, and in Europe, without AC, outside is usually colder than inside, even in summer. In the summer, says somebody else. You have Concord pick 1 with all the main characters. Well, not all the main characters, but several of the main characters. You have from left to right the guy I call hockey pads, shoulder pads. He's like a Hispanic dude with one shoulder pad, with one shoulder pad. Then you have the Drax knockoff, who for some reason also uses a gun. I hate these games where you have all these different looking characters, but they all use guns. And it's like, why? Why? At least a different variety in guns. That's like a cannon, but his shoulder pads has like a assault rifle. So then you have Drax knockoff, Star Child, with a cannon, with a hand with a big old like two-handed cannon thing, shotgun thing. You have the robot one-off. It's actually a pretty awesome design on him. With his vacuum blaster gun thing, suck and blow gun, his vacuum blaster thing that he uses to attack enemies with, and you have Linux, the Star Lizard, closest thing to a white dude, with his 6-shooter, and you have the Asian girl with the fireballs and the crossbow. We don't have the black girl who's the sniper with the robot leg. Don't have the girl with the giant head that shoots missiles. We don't have the old ladies. We don't have the C-3PO robot. Again, all of these characters would have made great characters in their own games. I would have no problem with logistically, lower tier games that are radically different from PlayStation, with many different characters, with these characters in them. Maybe hopefully they'll reuse them. That'd be fun to see. We'll see. Let's go. Concord Hate Mail Part 1. I said, I have 2 more reasons. No single-player campaign. That was a bad idea. No extraction missions, no henchmen, and a boss fight. Number 2, weird and bland DEI feel character designs. The healer does not look like a healer. The flying, and the fat dude, fat Hispanic dude, looked like he was a swamp scientist, not a healer. He was weird. The healer does not look like a healer. The flying anti-personnel girl does not look like a flying anti-personnel girl. Most of the girls do not look like girls. One of the guys does, and that is messed up. Sweat drop emoji. Down guy sweat drop emoji. And so it says, cancel culture is finally getting canceled. This is what else hating because this game, lack of interest in. Because that's alright. Again, you made a game like a marathon. You made a game that's a first-person shooter mode. That's what it is. The first-person shooter mode, and you're running around doing stuff. In the first-person shooter. And that's all the whole game. Even though they had a cutscene where you ran around against other characters like yourself and tried to steal things from them and run around and do stuff, shoot at them and get away from them. And I'm like, why not have a game like that? Why not have henchmen and bosses in this game and have that be the arena mode be a mode? Just run around. It would be way better. What time I got? Got time.